What's going on, Poke fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we're looking at Garchomp and Giratina Tag Team GX deck, 270 HP Dragon type with linear attack, Calmeteos, Slash, and GG and GX. Really powerful card, 3 retreat cost, weakness on fairies, of course, no resistance. And yeah, I don't know where should I start first. Probably with that linear attack. You can hit for 40. One of your opponent's Pokemon don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemons. Why is that really important in this deck? Mainly because if you hit for 40, then you have option to use that second attack, which says that if you have 3 energies, which one of those energies needs to be Psychic, 1 Fighting, and 1 Colorless energy, you can swing for 160, and if your opponent's active Pokemon has already any damage counter on it, this attack does 80 more damage, meaning then you can simply swing for 240. So 240 plus 40 should be enough for the knockout against pretty much anything. We can even add more damage counters with Distortion Door. We don't even need to bother attacking with the first attack, because adding 1 damage counter with Distortion Door to some of the Pokemons can easily be then 240 damage with that second attack. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck idea. Giratina can also be used as a backup non-GX attacker with a spell tag, and of course this deck runs 4 copies of Melamar for the energy acceleration. There's a Mew with the bench barrier for the bench damage block, 2 copies of Jirachi with the Stellar Wish, 1 copy of the Dean GX, and also 1 Ditto, which can be 5th in K as well. 17 Pokemons, 33 trainer cards, and 10 energies. Moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 4 custom catchers, 4 mystery treasures for the setup, as well as 4 copies of Pokemon Communication. In addition to that, I decided to go with 4 copies of Switch, because it's very important to have Switch available, so you can play multiple Stellar Wishes and also be able to power up your Giratinas and switch between Pokemons if it's necessary, as well as 2 copies of a Skateboard. 2 copies of Reset Stamp, just in case if one is priced, so you can just force your opponent to shuffle hand and draw cards for each prize card remaining. Can really be devastating in the late game. 2 Viridian Forests, which I might even decide to run 3 of them, which I will probably even think about it, you know. Definitely not bad to have 3 Viridian Forests, so you can discard some cards that you don't need, and you know, be able to find specific energy at a specific moment when you need it. 4 copies of Cynthia, 2 copies of Erica's Hospitality, and 3 copies of Lily for the draw support, and then 2 copies of a Skateboard and 2 spell tags with 10 energies, which 3 of them are fighting, and 7 psychic energy cards. So yeah, I mean, overall deck is pretty good. It's really strong and consistent, and you can probably consider maybe cutting 1 switch, adding maybe 3rd Viridian Forest, cutting 1 switch, maybe adding another Jirachi, or maybe even, you know, adding 2nd Dean GX, maybe even removing Ditto, maybe even those spell tags, and adding maybe even more energy cards and more Viridian Forests, and maybe even, you know, extra Jirachi. So there's a lot of space, you know, and a lot of room how to fit basically this deck. For example, if you want to remove those 3 cards, you can also go with a deck like this, but I would definitely prefer spell tag, because you can definitely have 4 damage counters somewhere, and then you can simply splash those damage counters, one of each, to one of each of your opponent's Pokemon, so you can easily use that second attack on Giratina and Garchomp. That's the main reason why you have to run that card in a deck, you know. But you can even consider running 4 energy cards, because against some decks, if you have like 3 extra fighting energies attached to Giratina and Garchomp, you can discard 2 of your opponent's Pokemon from play, but it's gonna be really hard to have 3 fighting energies extra. You know, it is just impossible in this deck, in theory. So yeah, anyways, let's move on to the deck testing so you can see this deck in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so in this video I'm playing with Garchomp and Giratina tag team. That's another new tag team Pokemon from the latest available set, Unified Minds, just in case if you guys don't know. That set has been released last Friday, August 2nd, and it's really powerful. The new Giratina is really strong. It has a lot of potential. So my opening hand looks interesting. Double Jirachi, plus I can draw one for Mulligan, which is Inkay. Guess I cannot complain too much about that. And I'm playing versus, alright, fighting deck. Hoopa, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon GX. Alright. 6 times. For each time you choose a Pokemon, do 30 damage to it. Yeah, this is really strong GX attack, which can easily be used in deck with Weavile GX, so you can transfer energies around the board. So there's a Pokegear, and there's a Pokegear for a Guzma. So again, my opponent is playing Guzma in his deck as well. Let me see what I can find first with the Stellar Wish. Maybe I can draw something useful, or maybe I can't. So just a spell tag. One thing there is for sure, if I discard 2 fighting energies, that's gonna cost me a lot of resources. So I think for now I'm just gonna grab myself a Giratina so I can add energy to it, pretty much attach the spell tag and go with the custom catcher and hope to find... Nope, I couldn't get it. I was hoping maybe I can find a Drow supporter, but I couldn't. Or maybe switch escape rope, so switch escape board, so I can potentially retreat onto another Jirachi, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. There's a field blower. So you need to first hit for 40 in order to apply more damage with that second attack. So let's just try to find one more time something useful with that Jirachi. Energy, I'm not gonna go with energy for now. Okay, a skateboard is the card that I definitely need. So I can have that retreat. One Lily, I guess. So there's a first Malamar in play. As it looks right now, I don't want to... Actually, I'm going to put that Dedina on the bench and try to find maybe second Giratina if it's possible. For now, looks like it's not. So let me just hit this this Greninja for 40, and then next turn I can apply that second attack, Comedy Slash, for like 160 plus 80, which is going to be 240. More than that, I have 2 different Drow supporters, of course, available in my hand. Erika's Hospitality is the one that I'm probably gonna use. The good thing is that you have cards like Switch, Escape board available, and then you can simply switch and play that Stellar Wishes. So 2 more energies right there. Alright, and the Nazball. So I see 2, 4, 5. 5 energies, and that's already 150 damage, 180 with the Dark Pulse, so nearly enough for the knockout. Ugh, just another reset stamp. How? I don't need this card. I need something much better. Alright, with that being said, energy for sure needs to be attached. Can I maybe discard somehow 2 of my opponent Pokemons? But I need to have 3 extra fighting energies, so that's just not gonna happen. Erika Hospitality for some extra resources. Alright, I guess I'm gonna trade that Inkay for second copy of Giratina Tag Team. And then I can use Psychic Recharge. There we go. More than that, I can play also Stellar Wish. I think I'm probably gonna need this Cynthia for the next turn. Where are my mysterious treasures? I'm wondering. Alright, at least I can swing for 240, which is more than enough for the knockout. There we go, 240. That's 3 prize cards for me, man. The good thing is that I managed to draw 3 prize cards before my opponent managed to do that. And I have so many cards in my hand that one copycat would probably put my opponent in the winning position. So he decided to put Spoilpole in the front, and there's a Viridian Forest. Finally I can somehow discard cards from my hand. Obviously I need Psychic Energy in my discard pile, not the fighting one. Yeah, there was a Lily as a top deck. Is it somehow possible for my opponent to charge up enough energies in order to knock my Giratina out? So still he needs to deal 90 damage. So hitting with Naganandel won't be enough. Hitting with Naganandel won't be enough. Okay, just another energy to be attached. Maybe some sort of energy switch can do some crazy things. Or for example, he can attack with the Hoopa, but still he needs one more energy card in it. And so far so good looking for me, no doubt about that. If I can take another knockout next turn, then I can be down to 2 prize cards, and that's just priceless. But there's the energy switch. So he can swing for the knockout, meaning technically that I need somehow to discard my Giratina and put it in the play. Other than Giratina, I'm also gonna need a couple more resources there. Couple more resources we need here. There's a Ditto as a top deck, so first things first. Discarding Giratina in exchange for nothing. I see 3 custom catchers, so with Giratina I can swing for like 130. And that's unfortunately not enough. I'm gonna play this Melamar so I can find myself a energy card. Before that I'm gonna burn 1 reset stamp so I can put my opponent down to 2 cards. And then I can use Stellar Wish for the spell tech. Not the bad card at all. There we go. So right now I can actually use this Giratina, put it in the front, put some damage on these 2 bad boys. Meanwhile, I guess I can discard this Hoopa from play, which is probably gonna be the play. Actually, when I think twice, this is probably gonna be the best play for me right now. Actually, it is a good play. Seriously, like... okay, let's just try to waste some cards. Alright, I don't know why I added second energy right here. It doesn't really matter. Retreat onto the Giratina. More than that, I'm gonna play switch because I'm searching for the custom catcher ×2, so I can basically custom catcher and knock out this Greninja and Zoroark at the next turn. So before that, Mystery Treasure just to fail to search. Alright, and I'm ready with my GG and GX, so I can discard his Hoopa from play. So right now when Hoopa's being discarded, my opponent does not have attacking Pokemon available. And the most important thing is that Greninja is down to 240 HP, which means that I can simply hit for 240, and I only need like 1 card, and that's a custom catcher play. The truth is he can somehow recover energies and maybe potentially find a Guzma energy switch play for the knockout versus, let's say, the Dean, but probably it's not gonna happen because he's down to like 1 card in his hand. And probably this is a GG. Yes, it is. I mean, still it's not, but technically it can be. Alright, boys, always try to thin your deck as much as you can. That's the rule. And there is another custom catcher, so I have two of them, and I can simply knock that Greninja and Zoroark out for the last 3 prize cards and win the game. So that's that was actually very good play. I mean, from nowhere I managed to basically come back and to win this game. It definitely looked bad at one moment, but then later I just managed to discard that Hoopa with my GX attack. I didn't have option to basically knock the Hoopa out, and I didn't want to take the risk seeing the Guzma play from my opponent, knocking out my the Din, so I decided rather to go for the discard with Giratina GX against the Hoopa. And yeah, that was actually a good play, which puts me in the leading spot, and after that my opponent couldn't recycle his resources back, and that was GG. So yeah, that's the game. So let's move on to the game number 2. And how many Guzmas did he play? 2 of them. Okay, actually interesting deck list. So yeah, let's move on to the game number 2. Alright, so I'm ready for that game number 2, and looks like I'm gonna play against some sort of a fairy deck on the other side of the field, plus I'm starting second. That game number 1 actually was pretty good. That game number 2, again, I'm starting with Jirachi, and I decided to take the risk putting that Ditto in the active position, which on the bench at the turn 1. I mean, of course you really want to bench it down, but you never know if your opponent can, let's say, play Guzma custom catcher and prevent you from using twice Stellar Wish, let's say. But of course, in every circumstance, you should always put Ditto, like me in this case, on the bench. Giratina probably you don't want to put, because you really want to have it in your discard pile, so you can use that Distortion Door. Pretty much obvious. And Gardevoir GX on the other side of the field. Alright, interesting to see that people still these days playing, you know, pre-post rotation decks. They still don't want to test with the new decks until the rotation occur, but the reason for that is also that many players actually don't have cards available for the post rotation as well. Stellar Wish, just for a skateboard. Alright. Not the best hand in the world, so we're gonna go with double custom catcher play immediately versus that Ralts, and I'm gonna put this Giratina on the bench with energy attachment, and I'm pretty much done for now. Running 10 Drow supporters, couldn't get a single one, and all I can do is simply pass my turn. If I was at least able to find communication, I would probably go with it for maybe another... Actually, I would probably grab myself Giratina so I can attach fighting energy to it, and I would probably retreat and hit for 40. Or actually, yeah, hit for 40 probably that easy. So there's a Sylveon GX. It's really bad when you start with double fighting energy in your hand, and especially if you must discard him with the Dean play. That's always a bad option. Alright, Cutifly and Ralts. So one Ralts double Cutifly play, and I'm probably not gonna see retreat from the Sylveon. Maybe if he have Rare Candy Gardevoir, but Gardevoir is 2 retreat cost if I'm not wrong, so probably not gonna happen. Alright, so I did wake up, and my top deck is Communication. Wow, interesting. Stellar Wish into the switch, Viridian Forest, and another custom catcher play. Wow, that looks pretty bad. That actually looks pretty damn bad, and I'm even thinking, is it worth to retreat? And I pretty much think it is, because if he knocks my Jirachi out, the next turn I'm not gonna have option to search my deck for something, so I will rather retreat onto Ditto and not take the risk there and being knocked out. The last thing that I can do, I can always pay retreat cost and, you know, simply retreat. Alright, but that's just not gonna happen. Probably he will just use Magical Ribbon for purpose of the setup. And also Cynthia play. Erika's Hospitality in this situation is probably the best thing I can get. So I can draw 5 up to 6 cards. Yeah, 5 extra cards with Erika would be awesome, especially if I can hit some sort of Pokemon for that communication play. And of course switch as well. Because if I pay retreat cost, I'm not going to be able to switch after that without having actual switch card. Oh boy, oh boy. Just the Melamar is a top deck, not the card I was hoping to find. So, what you can expect. It needs to be something good, otherwise I'm gonna start crying. Stellar Wish. Finally, Lily. Finally, things looking good, especially if I can hit Switch. I'm running 4 copies of Switch, but I couldn't hit one. Alright. Pretty damn slow start. This TCGO definitely hates me, no question about that. If I played against pretty much any other deck, I would probably already lose this game. Let's say Blacephalon will already melt me down. Zapdos will already, you know, kick my ass with the lightings up. And yeah, pretty much a lot of other decks would just win like 3 turns before. But actually this game is still winnable. It's still actually possible to win. As long as I can hopefully top deck, let's say, Tag Team Giratina. That would be awesome, top deck. So I can put it down, play my Fighting Energy from my hand, and then discard something with Radiant Forest, and then draw more cards with Erika's Hospitality, or maybe not. Damn it, and Wondrous Labyrinth. Right now I have one more energy attack cost. I really hate to see that. And there's a Mina. Search a deck for search a deck for a Fairy Energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So you can actually attach it to any Pokemon, you know, pretty much. It can be attached anywhere. So knowing that I only have one chance to catch something on my opponent bench is really sad. Plus he also have this Wondrous Labyrinth right now in play. And I'm probably gonna have to play this Wondrous Labyrinth for the Cynthia, and it all depends on the top deck. Seriously, it all depends on the top deck. The top deck is another Erika's Hospitality. Oh, I can't. Alright, let's go with the Stellar Wish first. Communication and Mystery Treasure. Obviously Mystery Treasure for another Erika's Hospitality, and then I can grab myself a Giratina Tag Team. And of course I can put it on the bench, attach energy, play Erika, and draw more resources there, and yeah. Don't even have option to attack here. I mean, I have. Is there something else that can be discarded in this scenario? For example, this bad boy. I really want to start applying some pressure on my opponent. And I think I will probably go with this Dedenne action play. Yeah, I mean, I'm losing so many good resources. No question about that. But I didn't see other option available. I simply need to do that. I was actually forced to do that, and I'm gonna need an extra energy attached on my Giratina if I even want to start attacking. So hitting for 130 and 4 damage counters. I should put them definitely on the melee. Alright. Okay, I mean, not that bad, because sooner or later I will probably be able to remove the stadium, but even if I want, I can still have extra energy and swing heavy. The only thing that I actually consider me is this Gardevoir with 4 energies right now. That's something that really bothers me at this moment. And there's a Guzma probably for my Giratina on the bench. Luckily I have Switch, so I can avoid that play. I can take it like... yeah, I can definitely avoid that knockout if he don't have another Guzma, but he's thinking, what should I go for the knockout? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He can swing for like 150, that Garchomp&Giratina, but then... yeah, he can go for like 150, that's it. Spell Tag is actually a card that I'm really looking for, so I can put 4 damage counters on the Sylveon GX. And then try to knock it out just by putting those Giratinas with Distortion Door in play if it's somehow possible. That would be awesome thing to do. Even knocking this Cutiefly wouldn't be bad at all, as well as the Ribombee. Many options available. We just need to find a good combination of cards. The biggest thing is that I don't have Draw Supporter available, but he passes the turn. Wow, seriously, why? I don't know. He didn't want to attack me because he maybe wanted to. He maybe thinks that I play Ace Rolla. Who knows? Stellar Wish for Cynthia. In this case, yeah, Cynthia looks like a better option. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Cynthia looks like a much better option. I really need to move that stadium from play. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, but still I can attack with my Giratina. Alright. Don't just tell me that you gave up. It's so unfair, but right now it's just winning position for me. I could even technically discard his Gardevoir with the exact amount of energies available on my Tag Team Giratina. But right now, I think that's pretty much it. You know, so he didn't want to apply pressure on my Giratina. My opponent just decided to pass the turn because he was thinking maybe I'm not going to be able to do some serious damage to him. So maybe he was afraid about seeing Ace Rolla. And another pass. So extra energy, definitely go with the Cynthia. And yeah, that's just that draw once again. Hitting for 130 and somebody needs to take a punishment, so let it be another Melomar damage, and 2 prize cards for me, reset stamp, and another prize is a spell tag. But yeah, I mean, I guess he is better for my opponent. He just simply concede the game because I don't know what is going on. I guess I can do that as well, but really don't want to lose points, and yeah, definitely don't want to lose points, so I'm just gonna wait for him. Maybe he's AFK. Maybe he's AFK, who knows? But I think it's not. I think he is not AFK because he passes the turn too quick for being AFK. If you're AFK, I think you have like 30 seconds to do the move, but it looks like he might be AFK because right now he's not doing anything, so yeah. Meanwhile, I guess we can talk a little bit more about this deck. As you can see, I'm drawing pretty much dead cards because I can't find mysteries, treasures, and stuff like that, so I can simply draw those cards out from the hand. But yeah, definitely powerful deck for the post rotation, no doubt about it. You should definitely check it out and try it by yourself because it's a really strong deck. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and as always, stay tuned for more videos. We'll see you next time, so have a nice day and goodbye.